levels of the immunity system of human beings being inflicted, being caused by various things, be it the after effects of the steroids taken to counter the COVID or the vaccines for the COVID. It is like almost like jumping from the frying pan to the fire, or being tossed around from one life threat to the other. And exactly like Devi said, she revealed that the only solution, without exaggeration and probably an understatement, is a rush to Adi Kailasa. So we exhort every one of you viewers to take action on this cosmic injunction by Devi. As we shared over here, there are two links available. You're welcome to the Adi Kailasa ship, either to take to avail of the benefit of the COVID Care Center, which is the blessing of Bhagavan, of Devi Parashakti, where you're literally protected in the lap of Paramashiva because of the energy field of Adi Kailasa, and supported by whatever can be provided in the material world in the form of medical care, multi-layer quarantine facilities, nutritious sattvic food, immunity boosting through natural supplements, and a powerful spiritual lifestyle comprising of yoga, puja, and spiritual solutions provided in the form of powerful life solutions and powerful truths revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The whole thing being comprising the lifestyle that one would be living over here, and needless to say, a beautiful spiritual community in the enlightenment spiritual ecosystem, which has been created by Bhagwan, and the Adi Kailasa ship itself, which is home to the powerful 21 feet Nithyananda Linga in the Vaidya Sarovar, which is going to be literally the lighthouse and the savior, the saving grace, and the only possibility for saving one's life after Guru Purnima, when the doors open of Adi Kailasa to the public, one and all, not only for preventive care, but also for curing from corona, and to be the literally the guaranteed promise for prevention of death, which today is happening literally, as Devi said, the deaths of human beings are happening like rats or worms. That is in numbers, even though the government may like to present otherwise. The statistics reported in worldwide media, as well as one could see in today's segment, eyewitnesses and people sharing at large one common thread, that there is no value for human life left anymore, be it out of circumstance or out of insensitivity. Yet, in whichever way one looks at it, lives being lost, literally thousands dying per day, and the numbers just staggering. There is no dip in the graph of the human casualties and the targeted human deaths that are happening, either due to the coronavirus or its after effects, or because of the lack of infrastructure or lack of organization. Whatever may be the cause, the impact is very evident. The effects are extremely stark. So that is where we are today. And so this is where the world is, this is where humanity is. And we would like to reiterate what Devi has ordered, what Bhagavan has exhorted each one of us. Take the benefit of the Adi Kailasa ship, register yourself at the links provided, either the Kailasa Care or the Join Paramashiva Sena. With this, we would like to move on to the next segment of today's program. Stay tuned, and we'll be back right after a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattvamasya Lakshyan Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones, ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing, manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva.
The science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Let's go to the science of our manifestation. It's a science because we can manifest, we can repeat it, manifest it by anyone and repeat it any number of times. So it's called science. And all the pramanas are the evidences to map to the science of our manifestation. First, the scriptural evidences. The Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas and Agamas. Apta Pramana. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas. All of them are authority of Hinduism who have manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Atma Pramana. Account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of each power manifestation, mapping to the science of power manifestation of Aptas and Shastra, exactly mapping all the pramanas, all the powers to the Shastra and Apta. The Shakshi Pramana are the experience of millions of devotee disciple followers all around the world manifesting the powers of Paramashiva initiated by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific study of measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Again and again, Bhagavan gives us the ultimate science when we are in the space of oneness with Paramashiva, that completely the thoughtless space we can experience as a superconscious being. All the Siddhas and Munis and Rishis, all of them in the human body have experienced that. And Bhagavan beautifully gives the signs to each one of us to experience the powers of Paramashiva. Again and again, he tells us that if we have a superconscious breakthrough, we don't have all these suffering and we don't have to go through all these delusion or birth and death cycle. We can be beyond and manifest our reality as we want and command over the future command over the present, command over everything that we want to manifest. That is what the free will is all about. How life is predetermined and free willed. Predetermined when we are caught up in the delusion, and free will when we are aligned to Paramashiva space in all of us. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana, the Shastra references from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Shiva Sutras. Here from Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.13. Icha Shaktir Uma Kumari. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, his will is the energy of Shiva and it is called Uma, the independent power of Paramashiva, and it is called Kumari, the cosmic energy that plays. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how we exist as superconscious being, and if we map that into ourselves, how we are, we have such a wonderful system which automatically breathes, which automatically makes the food into blood, and everything is a possibility in us. If we can make the food in our mouth to blood in our stomach, why can't the shops where we have the food come into our house the same way? It is quite possible if we understand even as a logic. And Bhagavan says the logic of consciousness. We can understand the higher reality. What is the logic of consciousness? Bhagavan beautifully explains that what is that which is there, which is manifesting through me as my own reality, constantly reminding me whether I am in a sleep or dream or I am dead. I am able to be there. I know I am. And what is that I am? It is not just the matter nor the energy, but something which drives the matter of energy and the matter. What is that? It is constantly and happening. And Bhagavan beautifully says, if you look at the higher space of consciousness, when you raise yourself, simply you will understand these realities. All we are deluded because we just ignore things saying that I do not understand. But it's the very nature of us, how we exist. It's not that we don't understand, we don't have the importance to it. That is all we are requiring here. It is not something is difficult. By nature we exist. Breathing is not something we have to do a hard work. If you have told 365 days you have to breathe in, breathe out so many times, you will be feeling so exhausted, but it automatically happens in us because it's the very nature of us. Same way Bhagavan says, the very nature of us is superconscious being. We have already been installed the software. All we need to know is the apps in our software. He beautifully says, I have upgraded from Windows 1 to Windows 10. Now start using the apps. And we need to read the manual to understand that higher science. And all the apps are nothing but the Paramashiva space, Parashakti space in each one of us. We are aligned to our anger, we are aligned to our hunger and lust and greed and so many other emotions. We know very well when it possesses us. Constantly we'll be going and talking only about that. But we also need to know that something else more than that exists in us. That is the Paramashiva space in us. And which we, if we give the same importance as we are when we are angry, Bhagavan says, we will be realized. All that needs is little attention for us to understand that how we exist as a consciousness, as Paramashiva. So beautifully, the Nandanar, he was wanting his son to go and make lots of dollars and make a big business and come back. But when he came back with only the cow dung cakes. And he was so frustrated, he threw the cow dung cakes. And when the cow dung cake fell down and it opened, it was full of the diamonds. Then he realized, oh, my son is not just smart, but he is very not just good in business, but also very smart, that he knows how to bring the things without getting looted. And he was so happy, he ran to the home to tell that. But his son had given a piece of paper already and vanished. He had written in that when you are dead, not even a broken needle will come with you. What is the use of all these things? Suddenly something clicked in him, shifted in him, that he said, oh my God, yes, that's true. I need to first realize who I am, then possess all these things to celebrate all these. And then he goes, Nandanar goes and finds out who he is. And simply even the others were trying to poison him. and trying to kill him, his own sister. And she gives beautifully cake, what he really loves. When he eats the cake, he sees the cake, he sees the snake in the cake, it's poison. So he throws the cake, it's called appam, he throws the cake on the house back, and simply it burns the house. And the sister falls at the fields and says, I'm really sorry that you've gone like this. Everybody spoke ill of me, so I had to get rid of you. I did this. I'm so sorry. And then she realizes his greatness, and then he stops the fire. All these great signs where they can play with fire just from a cake bringing fire to the house, and then stopping the fire without any of the fire engines or anything, just by a thought. How they were able to manifest such great powers. Shiva Sankalpam Mama Sankalpam, just by the Icha Shakti. That is what Bhagavan says, the strategic existence. Where you are focused in your life, or are you on your anger, frustration, irritation, and your incompletions, or are you on Paramashiva space? Even in the worst moment of your life, if you are aligned to Paramashiva space, he will manifest as your reality. He knows the ultimate signs that he has to manifest much better than all your planning, all your ideas, and all your execution. The more and more you are integrated to that, that is simple integrity with Bhagavan. That you are Paramashiva and you're manifesting as Parashakti. That is the pure will that we have, is nothing but his will. Bhagavan beautifully says, other than Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I don't know who I am. Same thing Ramana says, other than Arunachala, I don't know who is Ramana. Maybe the pots which are written with the name Ramana, you can ask the pot. They are very clear how they exist, as the higher consciousness is what they know. Even though they know everything other than that, they also exist as that. But the pure space of them is only ultimate bliss. And each one of us can align to that when we decide to. All it needs is our one click, one decision to make that happen as reality. Again and again, manifesting the powers, being in the space of Paramashiva, simply makes us understand the higher reality. A beautiful story of power of will, Skanda Purana. This is from Skanda Purana, section 2, chapter 35. It says so beautifully how Muruga and Surapadma, he killed Surapadma, and simply he became a mango tree and broke the mango tree, and he became into two parts, where one was the peacock and one is the rooster. Muruga took the peacock as his vehicle and the rooster as his symbol. All these are beautifully shown how the manifestation can transform anything. The person to a tree and a tree to a peacock was all possible, and it was available, the science, for humanity to manifest as reality. Now we are going to change the color of the hair or the skin or eyes. We can change any of the colors just by pure will. How you manifest as your reality. Before that, let's go to Atma Pramana, where Bhagavan himself beautifully narrates.
Leela and his satsangs.
Oh, really? Oh, Mother's Day, I went and wished my mom. Parts to you. Both the emotions, fear and greed, integrates you. If you use your love to integrate you and make your declaration reality, you are bhakta, devotee, path of devotion you are traveling. If you use your fear, integrate you and make your declarations into reality, you are using the path of renunciation. I tell you, always use your love to integrate you. That will be most sweet, safest path. Declarations are sweet, declarations are tasty, declarations are powerful when love becomes base material. When the love is a lubricant, will is so powerful. I tell you, some of the very simple things I can tell you. Even while you are manifesting powers, your son or a daughter, somebody has already started manifesting the power. Have them near you in your lap. Let them sit around you. You will start manifesting the power. And I tell you, if you keep your parents, father, mother, or father-in-law, mother-in-law, in their old age with you, you will have the best old age when you are getting old, because your biomemory will learn to go through that peacefully. Understand? If you have your father-in-law, mother-in-law, father, mother with you when they are old and take care of them, it's a training for your biomemory to face your old age. You won't be shocked, you will not be surprised, you will not be shaken, you will not be terrorized when you face your old age. Whenever I see our devotees take care of their parents, love is a powerful lubricant to integrate your whole and make a will. It's a science. If you have a kid which manifests extraordinary powers, whose Kundalini is awakened, then I can experientially show you. When you are initiated into third eye, if you are struggling to manifest the power, have your son or daughter, your kid who is manifesting the power next to you. You will see your biomemory catches and manifests the power just like that in few seconds. Because love is a powerful lubrication for your will to get integrated. So start with that love, being in that space of love. Listen, listen. To this translation and the truths expressed in this great verse. Om.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained how in love we are so integrated. However, the mom or dad is not looking into anything, but when it comes to their children, they are so aligned, and suddenly the integrity is so high with respect to children. We are all integrated to something. When we are integrated to the superconscious space, we manifest as powers. Here, they have taken a picture of the hair color changing, and they have done it on others and manifested the power of changing the color of the hair. You can change the color of your eyes or your skin also. You can mark it very clearly and take a picture, or even if you can, record it on your video with the timestamp. These are extraordinary videos that you can collect as your own treasure. And now let's go to the guidelines for manifesting the power. If you have Jnananjan in your locket, please apply it in your third eye and your temples. If you do not have, that's okay. And if you have a partner, that will be really beautiful. You can do a cross through your partner. Ask her to take a picture or a video recording of your hair or the skin or the eye color, and you can change the color just by pure will, and then ask her to take another shot of the picture. Make sure you're not using any other chemicals or any external things to change the color of the hair or the skin. Just make it very authentic and very beautiful, that you are manifesting only the powers of Paramashiva. Logically, we know million things to do, but something extraordinary, for it to happen, we need to be in the space of oneness. Just be integrated to that, and simply you will manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Let's go to the instruction for power manifestation that Bhagavan has given. Sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line for Kundalini energy to raise to your Agnya. Bring Paramashiva, Parashakti again and again to your third eye. her beautiful darshan, initiation, her gestures, her beautiful smile, all that is what again and again aligning to that makes you consciousness. What did Prahlada do? He did nothing but again and again, everything, every answer, every thought current was only around Vishnu. When he was able to do that, then he can manifest all the powers of Paramashiva or Vishnu at that time when they had given him poison or pushed him off the cliff or make the elephant run over him or did all that to hurt him, but nothing touched him, not even his body, because he said everything Vishnu is taking care, and he's the only one who's there, who's manifesting as all of us. He's living as quantum, and so nothing could even touch the body or the space of Prahlada. He was a 6-year-old, 5-year-old kid. If he can manifest such extraordinary powers just by holding on to Vishnu, you can also experience the same thing. Nothing, he was born as human just like us, nothing special. But the only thing is he decided to hold Vishnu instead of outer world reality. And all he did was few times he held it and he became the conscious enlightened soul, manifesting only Vishnu again and again. We can also experience the oneness with Paramashiva, the Shaktipada, and start experiencing these great truths as power manifestation to bring the remembrance in us, each one of us. If we are here, be sure you're already blessed for so many births that you wanted to experience this. Only reason you can step into this place. And simply, if you're here, Bhagavan says you can manifest any powers of Paramashiva because I am here to manifest that for you. Beautifully, he says, anybody coming to Kailash Courtyard will manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. I initiate all of you. So do not have any doubt that will you manifest these powers and is this for you? Only the Siddhas can do. I don't know. I have self-doubt. There is nothing to doubt about because we are breathing. If you doubt, stop breathing and see what happens. Logically try to breathe. It is happening in each one of us. It is right now experienced by us. If we align to what it is already there, the intelligence, we will manifest the higher reality. That is what Bhagavan says. Sit straight when and chant the Mahavakya. Have the completion space, complete completion. Any thought or word other than Paramashiva, I will not engage in that. That is the integrity. How the mother is so integrated to her child when we are integrated to the thought current that we are only holding Paramashiva in our inner space and seeing who's that who's manifesting all these. When we start looking in for the answer, simply something else happens in us where manifestation simply flows as our reality. That's how each of these siddhas, Patinatar that I explained, all of them have manifested great powers. We can also experience these power in an ultimate way and make sure the results are profoundly unique, that it's not just a shade difference, but it's completely in a different shade that we can clearly see with our naked eyes that it has manifested. Even if you manifested a little bit, that's wonderful, or you had the Kundalini energy, that's beautiful. But you manifested the full power, that's extraordinary. Please, at the end of the session, you can share it. Now, let's entangle with Bhagavan in the oneness space, the deep samadhi, quantum space. These oneness capsules are extraordinary. Anytime anything is a problem, you can put this and chant the Mahavakya loudly and simply experience the higher reality. Bhagavan's beautiful entanglement with each one of us into the extraordinary space of manifestation. Again and again, he reminds us, sit straight, chant the Mahavakya, bring Parashakti, Paramashiva as our space, absolute unclutching from everything, complete completion. Complete completion is making everything redundant and irrelevant, all our problems. Bhagavan beautifully says, don't tell the problems how big your guru is, not the guru how big your problems are. If elephant goes into the ocean does not bother because it's so huge. Same way, even as big as our whole galaxy, there is multiple galaxy that can absorb our galaxy. Always there's consciousness which is much greater than anything else. that can simply take care of any issue or anything and manifest our reality in the most beautiful way. So let's align to Paramashiva and start chanting the Mahavakya. Make the clear place marked so that you can take a picture before and after and share it with the world. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Beautiful that whatever you have experienced as cycle 1, whatever Paramashiva has shown, take a picture of that and clearly see if it has distinctly made the colors change. Whether you're doing it on the skin or the hair color or the eye color, whatever you're working on, take a picture of that before and after to know surely you manifested the powers of Paramashiva. Again and again, if you have the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred, or any other question that will I manifest, is this for me, I don't know what session is going on, whatever you are experiencing, all that we are manifesting is our own space. Constantly we are manifesting our reality. Even now you're sitting and watching this whole thing is a manifestation of your life. Each moment we are manifesting unconsciously. That's what Bhagavan says. You're driving a car without a brake and a clutch and a steering wheel. Actually, he says, how do we drive? We crash land and then wake up to the reality. Instead, we understand how it functions when we are taught by the avatar himself, where he's beautifully guiding us that you are manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. That is why you're breathing, you're creating all that functioning, such a complicated system that doctors have to study for 25 years to operate on your body. Such system you are manifesting in your body. And that system, if you are doing with such intelligence, then you can also manifest such complicated, and how you're managing trillions of cells every day and doing all the departments so beautifully, and all that people can't even study and understand. To that extent you are manifesting in your reality. Bhagavan says that's a microcosm. Then in the macrocosm also you can manifest in the highest and greatest possibility when you align to Paramashiva space, which is also in you, which is why we exist, which is why we understand who we are, what we are doing, and how we should do. And the beautiful space of oneness will make you understand that what you are going through right now is a perception. It is not the reality. It is delusion. It's a dream. And when you wake up from this dream, understanding that the higher reality, how you exist as a frequency, as consciousness, then you can manifest in a different way altogether. More and more you will understand the higher reality. Bhagavan beautifully gives example how a flood or a fire in the forest cannot burn a screen. We see it on the screen all the time, but it does not do anything to the screen. Same way, your consciousness does not get affected by anything that you go through. It's simply there. Even if you have the worst of worst day, it is simply there as experiencer to all that, a witness to all that. And who is that who's manifesting all that? Can't we manifest something more beautiful and more completion and more joy? Yes, you can. And that is what Bhagavan is teaching this as science today. So let us manifest this power of will. Why he's teaching us the power of will? To that extent that we can go beyond our self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred, and have the will, the strategic existence, what you believe, what you have digested. Bhagavan beautifully says, what you eat, you belch. Same way, what you have digested as a cognition, that is what is your reality, not what you want. So how can we have the reality that what we want? Then we align to the higher space. We not only get what we want, but much more. Because our dad is $1 trillion dad. Paramashiva only showers. He does not give. He is always the showering type. So he is going to give us all the auspiciousness, even a little we are aligned. How Sudama goes to Krishna, just only gives a packet of flattened rice, but he gets a whole castle, because all he did was align to the space that Krishna is everything in my life. Other than Krishna, I do not have anything else. Once he aligns to that, simply Krishna showered him with every auspiciousness. That's all we need to do in our life to manifest all our reality. Be in the oneness with Paramashiva, Parashakti. You are Parashakti, nobody else. It's each one of us who's manifesting as Paramashiva, as Parashakti, and completely being in that oneness, chanting the Mahavakya and entangling with Bhagavan. Simply that reality shows us again and again, hey, I am Paramashiva. That's why it manifested as the whole reality. Again and again, he's waiting to shower on us. All we need to do is open the doors. And that happens when you chant loudly and bring your thoughts to zero completely by deep listening to the chanting. And simply you can experience Paramashiva. Now, again, mark the place that you're going to have the color change, and sit straight and chant the Mahavakya a few times, and we'll have for a few minutes another cycle. After that, we can share with everybody. And now chant the Mahavakya intensely and see the color changes in your hair or your skin color or the eye color. Take a picture before or after, or do a video recording. So authentically you can show everybody how you have manifested Paramashiva, Parashakti. Continuously chant the Mahavakya now.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.